This week is the final week for one of West Bloomfield's most well-known and celebrated firefighters. Byron Turnquist has devoted many years of service to Greater West Bloomfield, 29 years in fact, and has served as a supportive and positive presence throughout the community. This week marks his final week with the fire department as he heads off to enjoy a well-deserved retirement. And Byron Turnquist joins us right now on The Splash Live. Byron, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for those kind words, and I'm happy to be here.
Of course, very, very excited for what's ahead in your future and really excited to be talking about your established career here in West Bloomfield. I want to start from the very beginning. What inspired you to pursue a career in firefighting, and what has kept you dedicated to the West Bloomfield Fire Department for so many years?
Going way back, I grew up in the township. My childhood home backed up to Long Lake Road, and my dad kind of had a little fire buff in him, and every time the fire trucks would go by the backyard, if we were available, he'd grab me, and we'd get in the car and go see where they were going. And then a good family friend was a volunteer firefighter in a local community, and kind of continued that spark and got me interested. And I became one of the township's last paid-on-call firefighters. I believe it was 1991, maybe 1992. And then I got hired full-time as a career firefighter paramedic. Today, actually, is my anniversary in 1996.
Wow, happy anniversary. And it's awesome to see that you've had this love for your profession at a very young age. And looking back, the 29 years that you've been with the fire department, what are some of the most memorable moments that you can think of throughout your career?
I've been doing a lot of reminiscing here in the last couple weeks, and lots of fun stories. Living in the fire station, working at Station 1 for several years. Longtime residents probably remember seeing the firefighters out playing wiffle ball in the parking lot after dinner. And just the camaraderie and how close of a family we were, and still are. The firefighters today live with each other. Spend probably a third of their lives at the fire station, and it truly is an extended family. And there's tons of great memories from hanging out, watching movies, solving all the world's problems at the back of the pickup truck after dinner, playing wiffle ball. And then there's obviously some of the larger scale incidents that we've responded to over the years. The Heckman apartment fire, most recently the Oakland Hills Country Club fire. We assisted Bloomfield Township there. You obviously never forget. And then there's memories that we just don't really want to talk about, some of the tragedies that have happened in the township that we wish we never see and never experience. But we all do our best to make sure that we are there for our residents and help them get through it as best we can.
That's absolutely right. It's a very rewarding job, but also a very dangerous job. And I would imagine that in the 29 years that you've been with the fire department, that the firefighting profession has changed quite a bit throughout that time period. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, looking at the apparatus, the fire trucks that you see driving up and down the road, we've been very fortunate throughout the township having the community support. We have some outstanding equipment, and seeing how that's changed, how the fire trucks, some will say get better, some will say get a little bit worse, but the technology that's in them, some of the computers that help regulate pump pressures and those things, do help make our jobs easier. And the fire trucks just get, bigger and better. We had a 100-foot aerial, and most recently we just put in service our new 101-foot aerial. We've been very fortunate to have good equipment and help us do our job over the years.
That's absolutely right, and I got a chance to check out the brand new fire truck with the fire station. It's incredible and is certainly going to be put to a lot of great use throughout the community. For those just joining us right now on The Splash Live, I'm talking with West Bloomfield Fire Marshal Byron Turnquist, talking about his 29 years of service to the West Bloomfield Fire Department as he prepares to head off into retirement this week. Now, Byron, how do you feel as you prepare to close this chapter after serving the community for so long?
To be honest, it's a weird feeling. There's a point in your career where it's just you feel like the time is right to move on and let the next generation take the reins, and I think we're there. I have bittersweet feelings. I'm not ready to necessarily hang up the helmet and give up the job, but the time is just right to let that next generation move in and take the Fire Marshal Division to the next level.
Very, very interesting, and you're absolutely right. It's sometimes you just know it in your gut that you can tell that the moment is right. And you just talked about look ready for the next generation of firefighters. What advice would you give to the next generation of firefighters starting their careers?
Again, we've had outstanding community support throughout my entire career in the township. The public safety millages, just day to day talking to residents throughout the community, outstanding support. And I hope that all the new firefighter paramedics are open enough to talk and listen and learn from the residents that have been here for a long time, share their concerns, be there for them and help where we can. And just keep your eyes open and learn a lot, learn as much as you can, and have a safe and healthy career.
That's absolutely right. And there's a lot of great things that they can learn being a part of a community like this. And community plays a role in so many things. And you've been such a staple throughout the West Bloomfield community over the past few years. How has working closely with the West Bloomfield community influenced you outside of work?
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm really never outside of work. That phone rings at 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife is not going to miss that. But that going into retirement, that's probably the one big thing I'm looking forward to is being able to take a break and kind of separate. But again, it's been an outstanding career. Been very fortunate, again, working for the community, being there for the community, trying to do good things, trying to be proactive, working with our residents, working with our developers, working with our business owners. It's going to carry on. The future of the Fire Marshal Division, the guys that are moving in the deputy fire marshal moving into my role. He and I are on the same page on a lot of things, and the transition should go very smoothly. But we're all thrilled to be here and try to make the community a better place for everybody.
And that's what everybody wants. And everybody wants to make sure that this community stays as safe as it possibly can. Byron, what would you say has been the most rewarding part of being a firefighter and a public servant right here in West Bloomfield?
Most recently, I've been doing fire investigations throughout my career, all 29 years. And I've been at a lot of I've been at most of the fires that happen in the township. And kind of very happy with the fact that, and it's not just me, it's everybody in the division, that we're truly there and a resource for our homeowners, or our business owners. Whenever there's a fire or a major loss to your business or your property, your life gets turned upside down. And we see this all the time. We've been at a lot of fires. It's normal for us. But our residents and business owners, this is, most of the time they're one and only major catastrophe that they've had to deal with. And we've done a good job of shifting gears and making sure that we're there for our residents and our homeowners to walk them through the process of dealing with the insurance company or the restoration company and just being a sounding board when they have a question if this makes sense or if this is right or should we be doing something else. And we focused on that to try to smooth that process out and get our homeowners and business owners back to the way they were before the incident happened. And I'm really proud that we're there for everybody to just try to make it better, even after the fire.
And you should be very proud of everything that you've accomplished throughout this time. Now, you are retiring, but you're not leaving the community. As you said, you are a West Bloomfield resident. How do you hope the community will remember your services after you retire?
I grew up in a township. I'm not a township resident anymore, but that's okay. I will, again, I've got lots of friendships and the West Bloomfield Fire Department. it's been my family, so we'll still be around, still touch base and check in and make sure things are going smoothly and be there. We're working hard the last couple of weeks trying to smooth over that transition to projects that I've been involved in, get everybody up to speed so they know where everything's at. And there's going to be things that are missed and questions that are going to need to be answered. And I'm always going to be available for everybody, and I'll still check in on my family. I'm not going to be the long lost relative that nobody sees ever again.
That's great that we're still going to be hearing from you. For those just joining us, once again, we're talking with Byron Turnquist, the Fire Marshal for the West Bloomfield Fire Department, talking about his many years of service and his impending retirement taking place this week. Now, Byron, what are your plans or hopes for life after retirement?
Lots of ideas. I keep telling my wife, who tells me I need a job so I don't bother her while she's at home. A lot of open ideas, lots of thoughts, and talking to people that I've worked with throughout my years here. I keep telling people that I really need to grow up and decide which way I want to go. So right now I'm planning on enjoying the summer. Fireworks season is quickly approaching, and I haven't really enjoyed the summer holiday in some time because we've been busy with the professional fireworks shows. So I'm just looking to, enjoy a month or so off, and then I'm sure I'll land somewhere and most likely still stay in this field, whether it's fire investigations or plan reviews or something along those lines.
Hey, there's going to be a lot of great stuff taking place this summer. You're going to have a lot of fun throughout the next couple of months. Byron, one quick question before we wrap things up. Is there anything you'd like to say to your colleagues or the residents of West Bloomfield as you prepare to step away?
I'd just like to thank everybody that I've worked with within the fire department, the police department, township hall, even the Tri-Cities have been great to work with. I'm going to miss everybody and wish them all the best and hope to not become a stranger.
You certainly will never be a stranger here, Byron. Thank you so much for joining us today here on the Splash Live, and thank you so much for everything that you've done for the greater West Bloomfield community.
Again, thank you for the kind words, and we're always here.